take the movie Fast and Furious. Okay. When they show Vin Diesel show up, they play some music, you know, to kind of boost his charisma. And ooh, when they're going faster, they're playing music that seems to be a little more jived up. When a girl's like, yeah, you see the cars. I think let's just stick with the original Fast and Furious one, okay? There's a scene where they're showing all the cars, showing the girls and all that. Okay, they're showing, you know, they're playing the music. It just seems to fit, you know. You know, it's so conformed. It's a very predictable way of laying out a movie. It's much like rap. Although, I mean, you got your movies that are psychologically unique and stuff. There's plenty. There are actually a very fair amount out there. But usually, movies are laid out in a form of rap music. They copy off from each other. They use the same type of structural ways of putting the music together. And they usually have the same or some similar message. You start off with a drag and then you come out on top. Or you start out slow and you end up fast. That's not how these movies work. Which, ironically, they kind of do, but it's not called monolithicalism for nothing, believe me. And syntheticism, which is interesting, these movies are, in a sense, 3 different movies entirely. Monolithicalism 1 is the platform, it's level 1. Level 2, monolithicalism, syntheticism, it could pass for just, it would drop in monolithicalism and be syntheticism. Ultimateism is the same effect, which I am just amazed I pulled that off. And again, that raises the bar for reasons why you don't have to regret what you went through, though it was entirely unnecessary. 100% unnecessary. I have officially only given Chaos 1.2% credit for what we had to go through. 1.2%, that's it. Because the rest of it, once you realize what you have gone through, wow. You can really wonder why you didn't explode at the seam or something, or just go supernova in the middle of McDonald's or something. Seriously. So, the symbolism of my mission is advancing more. Don't get the idea that I'm centering the whole occurrence around me, but at the same time, that is essentially what's going on also. I'll explain a little bit on that, although I can't entirely explain it because, put it this way, when I come from somewhere that is just indescribable, and for me to create something 6 years ago, and then pieces of it that are extremely essential 8 years ago, and then very early in this year, January, I create another picture, and it goes together not only flawlessly, but there are still messages in it I cannot decipher. It is a mapping. It is an evolution map itself. And it's not just here. It's in the hybrid existence as well. My predictions. 96 to 97% have come to pass. A person made it clear to me that, okay, by a certain amount of days after the healthcare bill passes, we should see a mass revolt in the people and the occurrence. Okay, we are definitely seeing a mass revolt. That's 100%. And it's gaining daily. As far as the occurrence itself, no, not in eye view, but what I'm experiencing, yes. 3 weeks ago, I became my ultimate self, which I will not reveal my name entirely, but it does, but the reflection value is in a group, and if I tell you the group name, then you'll instantly hear my name. What would occurrence have to do with one person? What would the circumstances have to be? Okay, first off, that person would have to be directly from that existence, and also logically from the next existence above that that existence itself. Okay, that's true. The person would have to have physical markings that both would reflect celestials and evolutional marks. I have that. I have bone structure that has changed in fractal seconds, and it's noticeable. Also, there would have to be a key difference in the skeletal structure in that being itself. I have that. I have a skeletal structure. I'm not going to say where. No, it's not in a personal area, just in case. Anyway, entirely different from humans. Entirely different. This being would have to be physically, spiritually, and metaphysically signature different. In other words, the origins of this being would irrefutably point to another existence entirely. I'm not an extraterrestrial. I did not come from another star system. Because if I did, honestly, look how ETs are treated in movies. Because the government does get involved. And if I was extraterrestrial and the government got involved, right, would my mission be possible? Would anything I'd want to do be possible? Also, the being would have to have extreme key examples to alleviate, there's a certain word I want to use, catalysts of the beings on that planet, and be an example of both the existence that being comes from and to the beings that being is on the same planet. Now, if you, let's just say, met me and saw my work, saw everything that I've created, it does not measure up to a being on this planet, and it does not measure up to an extraterrestrial. At one point, though, I resembled more of an extraterrestrial than where I was guessing where I came from. My dreams are not shared in any type of reflection value that I can think of or heard of. I don't think in process form. I'm able to recall instances and occurrences both in this life and hybrid existence and the ultimate realms. That's not very possible. It's ultimate. In seconds. I'm able to crunch numbers and formulas in minutes, if depending on the various degrees. I've kept a quantum physicist / metaphysicist busy for hours. I have no degree in anything, but I'm self-taught in everything that I express. Where does that come from? That doesn't even sound, to be honest, that really just doesn't even add up to an extraterrestrial, because an extraterrestrial, so far what we gather from the Pleiadian teachings, they're not talking about stuff beyond the 6th or 7th dimension from what I have read. If they are, it is the 9th dimension, but I have posted from the 5th to the 15th dimension. Does that sound extraterrestrial? To be honest, it does sound a little extraterrestrial, but that's based on different facts. Where I come from, but also other universes. Now, I have not posted the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th,